There's that horrible fucking brass section again.
I should actually hide my coffee because
Why?
I have a coffee from a different company.
You traitorous swine. What are you doing?
Know. I'm a horrible person.
At least I'm sticking to our not sponsor.
Well, I could have put it in a mug and then bloody pretended that it was our great sponsor, not sponsor, but
Sponsor, not sponsor. Did I tell you my shit finally turned up?
What? Oh, the new stuff?
Yeah.
Nice.
So I got another pack of the industrial, whatever the fuck it is, and I got a pack of the darker side. I just wanted to try it.
Maybe they'll actually sponsor us.
I bought 2 bags of coffee in one of your silly fucking bullet flasks. Can I have some free shit now?
Yeah, exactly. Rather than us sponsoring them.
I don't think that's how it works. The flask is I got the brass one, so it just looks like a fucking cannon shell.
Good lord.
It's smaller than I expected, but it's still like, I don't know, man. It's like, maybe if you just put black coffee in, it's probably like 2 coffees worth, maybe.
Oh wow! So it's actually like it's a big thermos.
It's not bad,
and considering the caffeine content that they have, that's like 4 coffees.
dude. The darker side coffee is So I had one the other night. It was like, I don't know, 5:30, something like that. And I was like, yeah, I'll just try and see what it's like. I was fucking awake.
Rip your sleep.
I was
pattern.
fucking awake. I tried to go to bed at like fucking 10 o'clock or something because I felt tired. Go to bed and I was just wired, man. I was like, nah, fuck it. I'll just watch one episode of this thing and then another episode. And I was like, it's 2 a.m. and I'm still just fucking awake.
Still binging episodes.
I couldn't fucking sleep. I don't know whether that was the coffee or not, but I had a full day of work, so.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway, it's my turn this week, isn't it?
Go for it.
Welcome to NULLSCORE, a podcast where a tired old man and a guy who does his best to keep criminals on the streets continually harass a coffee company for sponsorship, even though there's no benefit for them at all. My name is Jim, and this is my co-host, Saul Goodman. How are you, man?
Saul Goodman. I'm good. I'm really good. Bloody, I didn't realize our coffee conversation would lead so well into that intro.
It wasn't planned, actually, but
holy moly! Yeah, no. Well, there you go. It just worked out really well. We have a lot to talk about today. We are talking all about them dollar bills. It's all about monetization and the way things are going to work. I think primarily in the Twitch sphere, but I think it kind of extends to content creation as a whole, like YouTube, Instagram, that sort of stuff. Would you agree with that sort of that sentiment?
From what we've got written here, yeah, but I'm fairly out of the loop because as you know, on Monday, Tuesday morning, I think. Monday night I decided, but I didn't announce it till Tuesday morning that I was taking a week or 2 off, and I'm just I've stepped away from a lot of that stuff, so I'm not really keeping track of anything. I'm not super active on Discord or Twitter or fucking anywhere, so a lot of this shit's going to slip by me, which means you get to carry again. I'm sorry, Hamish.
Oh, look.
Sorry, Saul.
That's fine. That's fine. I mean, look, I think for me, it's also entertaining just being able to recount this information to you and to get your reaction. So I'm going to get a huge kick out of that.
Well, that's the thing. You're getting my raw reactions because I haven't seen any of this shit. I don't know about any of this stuff yet.
You're in for a wild ride. So you haven't heard anything about the Invader Fire situation?
I think I might have seen a clip. Is that the chick who is saying, if you're on Twitch, surely you have $5? Yeah, I saw that clip.
So I'm gonna walk you through that situation a little bit because at the moment, Destiny and Pokimane are having a little bit of a back and forth. Realistically, it's just Destiny causing shit because that's how Destiny survives. But we'll get there. So basically, we're talking about monetization today. One of the things I want to cover is part of it is because this Invader V situation blew up. And as a result, we then had Pokemon get involved, we had Destiny get involved, and we had a Kiwi bloke who does wood carving shoot up the rankings in Twitch viewership and LSF, which is a very, very wholesome story that came out of this, and I think you're going to enjoy that as well. But we're also going to have a chat about the abomination that is the tier 3 sub. We'll probably make a couple of jokes about coffee, and we're going to talk a little bit about your hiatus, I suppose, and what kind of effect that's going to have.
The only thing I throw in there is like, it's only in the way that ties into what we're talking about, sort of.
Okay,
which is very short.
All right.
That thing that I chucked right at the fucking end. And it's really only going to be... I'll only talk about it if we get time. If we hit an hour after talking about all this other shit, I'm just going to leave it. It's not really that important. I think it's just something that I've noticed before, and it's... I don't know. To be expected, I guess.
So, I'm going to start with this Invader V situation because I think it's pretty interesting. Okay. I think a lot of the opinions that are going to come out of it are going to be... very much, or they're all going to be on the same page. I think a lot of it is very much a common, you get a common thread of opinion. It's common sense is what I'm trying to say, is the resounding opinion in this matter, but I think it just blew my mind as to how far it got, as far as like mainstream's concerned, because the YouTube sphere picked it up as well. And there's a weird kind of interconnected but not interconnected relationship between Twitch streamers and YouTube. I think Twitch streamers easier or make the jump easier to YouTube than YouTubers make the jump to Twitch. I think that's just because Twitch is more niche than YouTube is. But this blew up in the YouTube sphere, Twitter sphere, Twitch sphere. It was insane. So it all starts with this streamer Invader V. Right, and Invader V is to paint you a picture, she is a just chatting streamer.
What a surprise.
Relatively attractive. Okay. And her shtick is she sits there and mostly has a chat. I'm looking at her Twitch track.
Isn't that what a just chatting streamer is? They just sit there and fucking talk bullshit.
Well, apparently. I'm trying to work out whether she's actually played games. So it turns out she spent 67 hours in Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, apparently, in that category, and 20 hours in Mass Effect. But overwhelmingly with 1,184 hours of just chatting.
Fucking hell.
That is absolutely her home. That's her bread and butter. Now, effectively, her stream is set up in such a way that she's in a blanket fort. That's the aesthetic she's gone for. And she basically just sits there and hangs out with her chat. Right? Now, Invader V is perhaps what... years ago, you would see Invader V being called a booby streamer, right? But that's not really her thing at all. I mean, both aesthetically and how she sort of just positions herself. God, no matter which way I say this, it always sounds seedy. but
it's that the innuendos. Hamish, what's going on?
Yeah, so
are you all right?
So fucking dude, I've had to watch so many clips. I've looked at so much thigh. So she sits in front of the camera with leg highs and short shorts and glitter on it. Right, that's her thing. And she said that the majority of her audience are 20 to 40-year-old males that are already in relationships, ordinarily. Right? Okay.
Now, how does she know that? How could she ever know that?
We're going to get to that in a second, because that's where it starts to get a little bit wild.
Yep.
So she was sitting there chatting with her chat, and the part that kicked this all off was she said something to the effect of, I'm too broke to sub, as in like reading chat. She goes, too broke to sub, that doesn't really fly, because if you don't have $5 to sub, then you have bigger issues. Your issues are effectively that you need to go out and you need to work. If you have time to watch Twitch, you have $5. What you mean to say is that you are so irresponsible with your money that you cannot afford to support the content that you enjoy.
What content?
And then she makes this noise that is kind of like, and then smiles at the camera. Okay, that's the best I can get to it. Very condescending approach.
Yeah. Sounds like it.
Yeah. So naturally, everybody made the comparison to Bad Bunny when she had that controversy when she said that it's $5 and slammed her desk and shamed people. For not
yeah,
subbing.
but she was getting really aggressive about it. Like, why the fuck won't you give me money?
Yeah, exactly. This was more of a condescending attitude, right? Like, if you don't sub, then you're so fucking irresponsible with your money. Like, that was the position, right? Now, that blew up. It was huge. It went through Twitter, Twitch. You had a whole bunch of people reacting to it. Of course, you had all your React Andies being like, oh, this is such a bad take. Disappointed face, right? Yeah. So every clip you watched was the same fucking thing, right? Which is common sense because it is a bad take, right?
Yeah.
Then it kind of went to the next level when Pokimane, why can't I say this name? I've said this fine for months. But okay, yes. Pokimane then jumps on Twitter and says, I should have pulled the tweets up, but I'll tell you, I could probably pull it up.
You didn't save them?
Hey?
You didn't save them?
Oh, I've got it all up here, man. I've got it all bloody memorized.
I'm just going to start screenshotting everything that I see that I want to use for this, because the amount of times that something fucking disappears just inside of like 1 or 2 days, it's just gone.
Oh yeah, people like to delete shit. Yeah. Here we go. So Pokimane comes back and says, if $5 is an irrelevant amount of money, then she shouldn't need the $5 from your subscription, smiley face. If she argues it adds up if multiple people give me the $5 though, then she should realize it works the same way when it comes to spending. Not to mention that tons of people watch streams after a day of hard work or while being broke college students or a multitude of other situations where they need to be more frugal. Get these shitty takes off my timeline and off my streaming platform. And had the face with the look of triumph is apparently what that emoji is called, but it's like steam coming out of the nose. So
okay, the
whole fucking thing was that Pokimane jumped on the bandwagon, and it usually takes a little bit to get her riled up. I mean, people have been saying that, oh man, Pokey never gets mad. And it's like, yeah, you should probably go back to when offline TV fucking collapsed in on itself after the Albert cheating scandal. So, like, that was ridiculous as well. And you'd think that's basically where the story ends, right? Mm-hmm. Streamer takes, shitty take, internet roasts them for it, inevitable apology video. And, to be fair, Invader V came back with the classic apology video. And if you have a look at the apology video, by the way, rather than the like, I don't know what the name for it is, but like crop tops and shorts that she was wearing, she's wearing a very conservative t-shirt and pants, I think.
Yeah. Cover everything
reflect,
up. So, yeah.
Reflect the somber mood, which I thought was...
Oh, maybe it's like you guys attacked me, so now you don't get to look at anything.
I'm taking your thigh privileges away. That's it.
I'm removing the cleavage.
Yeah, that's it. You don't get to look at this bloody Milky Bar kid thigh anymore. That's it.
Fuck.
Yeah, so you'd think that's where the story ends. She did release an apology. Again, all the React Andies hopped on that, and they were like, oh yeah, her apology's shit. Right? Because you all got the same fucking opinion.
Did you just make that up, or is that actually
React Andy?
Yeah.
No, that's a terminal. That's a term. React Andy is... I think that was originally in the Twitch sphere because, or was it a YouTube sphere? Maybe I don't know. Somebody got that tag React Andy, and now it's just fucking. Now that's a way of using a derogatory term against React channels, which I think is.
It sounds like It sounds like something that came out of what's his fucking name? Poseidon. It sounds like it came from Ice
Poseidon.
Yeah, because like doesn't matter what their name is, they're always something Andy.
Something Andy.
Yeah, like there's a word that used to describe them and then Andy following it. Anyway.
Maybe. But yeah, so they all jumped on the bandwagon. Now, this is where it gets a little bit strange and then somehow loops back into wholesome. So Destiny, who I effectively referred to as a professional provocateur on Twitch.
Okay.
His whole shtick is having an opinion and expressing that opinion in a very forward and very aggressive manner. Now, he basically positions himself as this arbiter of reason, from what I can tell. And people give him a lot of shtick for being an antagonist or just being unreasonable when he thinks that he's being reasonable, right? As the best way that I can describe it is he has thought out a lot of what he's saying. It's not unreasonable, but the way that he frames a lot of this kind of shit is a little bit deceptive. And I don't think, unless you're properly paying attention or you have training to recognize these sorts of things like lawyers do, you may not pick it up as easily. So what he's done
Okay, big brain.
Okay, yeah, it's exactly. Well, look, I'll explain to you in a second. So Destiny has then gone and said, I don't get why everyone is so mad about Invader V's comments, right? Which is, React Andes are shook. That's entirely contrary to the narrative that everyone's been saying, right? And he says, because what she said is the excuse that I am too broke to sub doesn't hold water. And to a certain extent, he's correct. The majority of people watching Twitch may have the capacity to spare $5. It is also correct that Invader V says that $5 is not a significant amount of money. In fact, some people might say it's insignificant. Therefore, saying I am too broke to sub when you have the time to watch Twitch doesn't really hold up as an excellent excuse, right? And his logic tends to check out, right? This is his platform that he's taken to defend Invader V. Here's the issue with that. The problem is not the fact that what Invader V has said is strictly correct, right? If you break it down to its little components, what she said is not entirely groundbreaking. The idea that somebody doesn't have $5 to spend on something that they enjoy and they're so financially spread thin, but also has the capacity to sit around and watch Twitch is a little bit strange, right? That doesn't always match up entirely. The problem is that Invader V has effectively pressured an audience into giving her these $5.
Yeah, well, that's exactly right. That's what I was about to say. I was going to interrupt there for a second, but
that's the issue, right? Yeah. The problem is he's phrased it in such a way where he's isolated the argument to only be about the words that she said strictly.
He's cherry picking parts of her statement and focusing on them instead of looking at it as a whole, which is
exactly.
He's looking at what she said rather than how it might affect people. I don't know, man. There's people who I've jokingly said before to someone in my chat. I've never done this since because it's, I don't know, man. It felt pretty fucking gross afterwards. But I was jokingly saying, someone, what did they say? I can't remember what they said, but I was jokingly like, but you're not even a sub. And it was meant to be a joke. It wasn't supposed to shame them into subbing, but they did.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, man, don't do that.
Don't sub.
That's not why I said that. I think I remember who it was. I'm not going to say who it was. But yeah, I felt really fucking bad because I was like, that's not what I was trying to get out of that situation. That's if you think that I'm going to try and shame you into subbing to me so that I can get like fucking, I don't know, $2.50 American or whatever the fuck it is. You've taken it completely wrong. But what she's saying is doing that. It is trying to shame them into subbing. Like how dare you not have $5 to throw at me?
Exactly.
For my fucking emotes.
And that's the issue, right? The issue there is that it's effectively creating an environment where she's forcing people, or she's, guilting, I suppose. Forcing is probably too strong, but she's very strongly guilting people into providing this money, right? And of course, the response from somebody in Destiny's position is going to be, did she specifically say that you had to sub? Did she specifically say that blah, blah, blah? It's not the point. The point is that what you are saying is not entirely, it's not exactly in line with what you mean. That's never going to be the case. What it's effectively saying is, all of these people that aren't subbing, they're just liars, right?
Yeah,
that's kind of the message here. They're liars and they're making excuses, and that's
also
that's
the
just
guy.
not on.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming. Let's just be honest. It was almost certainly a guy, but
her chat is almost entirely male.
Person who said that, I'm too broke to sub right now, could be going through all sorts of shit, man. With what's going on at the moment, the whole fucking COVID thing. You don't know. That guy, he might not be able to. He might not know what the fuck's happening from day to day. He might need to keep every bit of money in his account that he can, just in case he doesn't. He doesn't know when he's getting paid next. He might not have a job. There's all sorts of shit that could mean that he really doesn't want to spend that $5. That's how I would define too broke to sub. You don't have $5 to throw on something that's really getting no actual benefit from. Why should you shame that person? You should just
so I mean the common sense take there is Twitch is free. You should be able to watch it for free and you don't have to sub, right? That's it's
well, you've just made another interesting point there. Twitch is free. Anyone can fucking make an account and start streaming. It doesn't cost you anything. The only cost is your equipment that's at home that's yours to keep. Twitch doesn't charge you to use their fucking platform. Like, how fucking stupid does it come across then when you're saying, how dare you not pay me to be streaming here? Random person on the internet.
It's kind of ridiculous. And I think it also, like, that mindset, and I'm not done with this topic yet, but I'm going to take a quick detour because I've still got to talk about that wholesome moment that came out of it. Is that I think Invader V has this mindset that Harris Heller has identified in one of his YouTube videos, which is that streamers will sometimes run their streams not like a business, but like a charity, right? Mm-hmm. And the idea is that they are providing all of this free content and then people can support if they want. They can donate money, right? If Invader V was providing content in a situation that, or providing something that has a tangible value and people want that, supply demand, right? And good Lord, I'm going to pick something off of the top of my head that might be able to fit her brand. Let's say that a Just Chatting streamer started an OnlyFans. That's just off the top of my head. I'm just drawing off a bunch of things that could possibly be used in that scenario. That is tangible, valuable stuff, right? She wants to take photos of her cat and then sell them on the internet, and people want cat photos, then they're going to go and find her cat photos, right? Like, that in itself is more of a business maneuver than a charity maneuver. Photos? Oh, look, if you want starfish photos, you need to find a marine biologist.
Oh, no, you missed the joke there completely.
Oh, no, I got you. No, that landed.
How dare you gloss over that? There's actually quite a few. Have you noticed that? There's actually quite a few of them that have. What they'll do is they'll
starfish photos.
No. I mean, sure, probably. To be honest, man, I've never subbed to any OnlyFans, so I have no fucking idea. What I was saying was...
Seems plausible.
Come on, man. If I want to see a fucking starfish or a cat, I can see them up close. It's not hard for me.
That's true. That's true, because for those of you that didn't know, Pornhub Premium is free in some parts due to the COVID crisis. So
no, I meant real ones. But sure, let's go with that. I've noticed a bunch, like I keep seeing them on Twitter, where they'll have... in some cases have two separate Twitter accounts. One's to promote their Twitch, and then they'll say, "Oh, follow my other account, blah blah blah," and then the other account is like their OnlyFans shit.
Yeah, because Twitch doesn't allow you to promote to OnlyFans. Yeah, so you can't promote OnlyFans on Twitch. You could do it on Twitter, I think, but you can't do it on Twitch, which is sort of why you see sometimes like a lack of overlap. But yeah, there's this idea that there's a charity perspective where you produce all this content for free and then people can support you if they wish, or you can provide something of value. Harris Heller is a really good example of that. That bloke has somewhere in the like, I don't know where he's sitting now. Like when I used to watch him pretty frequently, he was like 200 viewers. Now I think he's up in the 600-700 bracket. But that guy makes bank. He makes bank because he knows what he knows what he's doing. He doesn't have his donations automatically redirect to St. Jude.
I know. I remember seeing he announced it in one of his YouTube videos months ago, saying that he's donated button doesn't go to him anymore. He's on another fucking. He knows exactly what he's doing. Right now, I gave Harris shit for blowing up on Twitter a little bit the other night. Right, and I still think he deserves that shit. That does not mean that I don't still like Harris Heller. Right, I think he does a huge amount for the streaming community. Stream Beats, especially, has just been huge. The amount of people that have switched on Spotify, and it's just so easy. They just start the playlist and they don't have to worry about copyright strikes. Don't have to get your
infected
VODs
with
muted.
the Alinity virus. Don't get your VODs muted. Nothing. That is such an awesome resource. And it's copyright free, but he makes money from that. He's making 5 figures, I think, a month from just Spotify plays.
Well, on our last
Stream Beats playlist
video, iHole Man actually commented that you can download the whole thing on his server, the Alpha Gaming or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, you can.
Discord.
You can get it. Yeah, you can get it for free.
So for someone like me who uses Winamp so that I can have like the artist and title and everything up on, I could do it that way. I mean, it's not going to be very interesting because the artist's probably going to be the same the whole way through. But
it is.
You'd be able to do
some production designer.
You'd be able to, you can just download it and do it that way. So then you can cherry pick. Like, I mean, you could do that on Spotify too, I guess. But I don't know. It gives you so much more control over what the fuck you're doing, and he wouldn't be making anything off that if I just download the whole fucking archive. And
but see, that's the thing, right?
It's promotion still for him.
It's promotion for him. But a lot of people are just so lazy they'll play it off Spotify, myself included.
That's what I was saying.
Included.
Like, heaps of people aren't going to go to the effort that I do. They're just going to go Spotify, press play. Here we go. Someone asks, "What's this song?" Oh, it's one of Harris Heller's fucking things.
Exactly. It's Harris Heller's Stream Beats. I know I can recognize like 4 or 5 of the songs. They're all very distinctive, right? It's very, very well done. It's an excellent example of branding, right? And that forms only a part of his income. He's also got merch. He also has sponsorship deals with the YouTube stuff, right? That dude makes his money whether or not you donate or sub to him.
Yeah.
Right? He's running his content creation like a business, and that's why I think he's immune to this effect with like Invader V, where, subs and donations are your primary form of income. And so that causes some sort of stress or significance upon you.
Well,
so then you develop this...
He's also far
opinion.
more interesting to fucking watch, like,
because he's got something to say.
Well, not just that. For me, it's more the gear. His all his stuff about lighting and cameras. That's sort of what draws me to him.
Oh, that's huge. That's huge because he explains that in such a good way. Do you know how hard it is to shop for lights? Have you ever tried to do that?
No. Have I shown you my light? What I have here? Have you seen what the light is? I'm going to show you what my light is. I think I have
a couple of frames, but
right now I'm going to put it in the fucking Discord so that if anyone listening or watching that wants to go for a look after this is out, you'll be able to see it.
Yeah, so you can always get the links in the description. I think we've got the Discord, and there's like a little NULLSCORE bit down the bottom, and you can go
so it's in podcast
it has
links.
All of the podcast links.
There we go. There's my lighting.
What the fuck is that? That's just a desk lamp, and you want to put a sock over the top of it?
Yep. And the one underneath it that isn't on right now, it has one of those fucking globes that's like RGB.
Oh, okay. So you can RGB
change colors and shit, yeah.
I've got a ring light with a diffuser, right? And like shopping for lights and cameras is really, really difficult if you've never been in that situation before. And he breaks it down really, really well, and he gives you the information that you want specific for streaming.
He also kind of tells you there's been a few things on there that were like kind of cool, but also a bit expensive. And then like at the end of it, he says like, I don't recommend anyone buy this.
Don't do this.
All right.
Okay, cool. Thanks for this redundant 30-minute video.
Well, not
Thanks,
that.
man.
It's just like maybe if the price comes down, or you can get it on sale, or if you can justify it because you use it all the time, or for this particular use case, which is kind of, I feel like a lot of reviewers don't do that. I think maybe Jay and Linus, but a lot of ones that, because he would surely be getting paid for that video, and then at the end of it, he's just said, "Yeah, don't do it, don't buy it."
I think he's on something. I think he did a video where he was talking about his income, and I think most months he probably brings home $70K US. Like, he's on stupid money.
That's
I
ridiculous.
don't think a lot of people realize. Yeah, and it's pretty insane to think, because not only that, he is because he's positioned himself as like an educational authority, like a reviewer channel in the streaming space. Like, if you think about all the people that teach streaming stuff, Harris Heller is the biggest by far. I think the only competitor that comes even remotely close is Ashley Christ, as far as people that I can think of. And she's nowhere near his size. So he's the stream guy. He's the stream doctor, right, to use his brand. And that's incredibly valuable, especially with the stream races going on. He's going to make huge dosh. It's going to be crazy.
He is $70K US a month. He already is. That's a fair bit of fucking money. Like,
you'd have to go and watch the video, but he's making crazy amounts of money. And he was talking about it. He was saying, like, yeah, I don't really want to make this video because a lot of people form a different opinion of you once you realize you're making that much money. And then in part, yeah, you're fucking right, because you lose some of your relatability because you're on enough money to buy my fucking house every other week.
It's more,
right?
More than I make in a year. That's a fucking...
But, you know, by the same token, I think he still creates a lot of good stuff for the streaming community. He's released so many overlays and alerts and other bullshit.
Well, see, anyone who looks at that and has a problem with it needs to take a step back and think, like, what is he doing to earn that money right now? He has learnt so much about that equipment. He's fucked around. Like, the guy is constantly fiddling with things, testing things out. He writes and records music. He fucks around with all that, like, the audio and visual equipment, the information he provides on YouTube for free. Like, he's not doing nothing. He is earning that money. I think a lot of people who will start saying shit like, he shouldn't be earning that much, that's bullshit, and all he's doing is playing games on stream, blah blah blah. He's doing so much more than that. Like, it's not like he did nothing to get it.
Nah, he ate shit for years, I think, to get
the other
to where
thing
he
is,
wants to be.
if anyone has a problem with him earning that much money, why don't you go do the same thing? You go try it. See if you can do the same thing. If you were the first guy to be doing all that shit the same way he was, you could have been in his position. He just beat you to it.
And I can tell you that it's not that easy to grow a Twitch channel. just as a matter of perspective.
Well, I think he focused on growing the YouTube first. He started doing the YouTube stuff before his Twitch channel saw any sort of reasonable growth. I'm pretty sure he has a couple videos that highlight that. He was saying that I was on Twitch nearly every day, getting nowhere.
Now, I want to talk about this thing that came out of the Invader V clip.
Okay.
Before we skip to our mid-sesh ad read, which is a Kiwi bloke by the name of Bruxh, Bruxh. Then had a clip blow up in the fallout of the Invader V situation. Now, this guy is at home, I think, for like a month. He's off work because of the COVID situation. That's what I heard from another one of my NZ viewers in chat, and Nick, he dropped in. And he was saying, yeah, this bloke's at home due to the coronavirus. And so what he's doing is like wood carvings. So he's carving like Maori designs into really large pieces of wood, right? Like as a form of art, and he streams that, right? I think he's got his phone because it's got the little Streamlabs logo up in the top right, the little watermark. And he just kind of sits it up there. He puts on the fucking tradie radio, and he just gets to work and carves. It's real classic shit. Yeah. And so he's just got that in the background, and he just he hangs out with chat and carves it. In the clip, he's out carving next to the washing. So the washing's hanging out on the line, and he's carving his wood, right? He's got his couple of sawhorses, and he's got his wood there, right? Now, what happens in the clip is someone gives him some subs, and he comes up to the camera, and it's this bearded big bloke, right?
Yeah.
It's almost like a little bit of like a Maori version of you somehow, right? He's in the same category, mountain man, right?
Yeah.
He comes up to the camera and he goes, "Oh, you didn't have to do that, bro. You didn't have to gift those subs. Is there any way that I can give that money back? Can I give that money back to you, bruv?" And he sits there waiting for a response. And then someone else gifts subs. He goes, "Oh, no, you don't do that.
Don't do that.
Hang on to your money. We're in the middle of a crisis. Spend that money on your family, not on me." And it's just such a good clip. It's so good. It's just this bloke carving wood in his backyard, and someone gifts him subs, and he's like, "Oh, I don't need that, mate. Just hang on to it." Right? Just a really, really good bloke. Right? That blew up on Reddit and Twitter, I think, because he's just such a good bloke. And it came off the back of the Invader V situation. So Invader V's gone, "You need to give me $5 to support the content." Whereas there's a Kiwi bloke carving wood in his backyard rather than just sitting in a fucking blanket fort.
Actually providing something interesting to watch.
Yeah. It's like, "Nah, man, can I give you your money back?" And after that, his view account exploded. So he was sitting somewhere, I think, in the lower bracket, and then he had this clip go viral. And then yesterday, I sat and watched him for a half hour while I ate my breakfast, because it's just that kind of content. You watch him just carve out like a wood paddle inside of like
Doesn't
this
demand your
thing.
undivided. Like, if you look away for 10 seconds, you're not going to miss anything too bad.
Yeah, exactly. And he's just chilling out, making sure he's got his measurements right. He's thinking like, "Oh, maybe I'll put a wave in here, maybe I won't." And you're sitting there with your coffee and you're like, "Yeah, fuck, a wave would be pretty good there. I reckon a wave would be all right." Yeah, exactly. It's just such good content. And he had 2,000 people in his chat. And they were all like, and his chat was really, really cool about it too. Like, people were in there and they're like, "Have you ever done like greenstone carving or anything like that?" He's like, "Nah, bro, I tried it, but it's not for me. Wood carving, that's for me." He's just such a good dude. Brux, I'll send you the clip after this so you can enjoy it. But, oh man, I was so happy to see that. It was really, really good. And he is exactly what I think Just Chatting needed to be. I think there are a couple of personalities that are really huge. Like, we've got Trainwrecks and his 4 or 5 hour long stream starting intros, and we've got bloody, Invader V doing things in her blanket fort. But I think Brux is he's the man for me. He's the man for me. He's such a good dude, very good dude. And I think that it shares a lot of other people's opinions, where it's like, yep, it's a global pandemic. Stop spending your money. Just calm the fuck down for a little while.
Yeah.
Which is, part of the reason why the government's having such a huge issue with the economy right now. But also, what do you expect? You shut everyone up at home and made sure that, a vast majority of the hospitality industry can't work now.
Let's close a fuckload of businesses. Oh no, what's happening?
Oh, wait, people aren't earning money, which means they're not spending money. Ah, no. And then, you talk about the government bailing out, Virgin Airlines.
I thought they were not, though.
I
thought they were not doing that.
Look, fuck knows, man.
I'm pretty sure they were not.
To be frank, I don't really care, to be honest. There's an argument to be said that it's going to create less competition, which raises prices. You should keep them afloat so that they can still compete with Qantas. And I'm not going to get into it. It just sounds like a pain in the neck, and frankly, far out of my expertise. I am trained in law and memes. That's it. That's my wheelhouse.
Richard Branson really needs your money, mate.
Richard Branson really needs my money. Yeah, dude, he really does. He can't bail out his own company. That would be silly. You want to do an ad read? It's about time for an ad read.
Mate. Do you want a coffee that'll prepare you to take on the minions of Skeletor?
Do you want a coffee that will make you handle your money more responsibly so you can afford to support content you enjoy for free? Do
you want a coffee that'll give you the power of Grayskull?
Do you want a coffee that will make you shoot to the top of LSF even though you're actually a great bloke and it's not a fail at all?
What the fuck does that even mean?
That was a Brux attack.
That's too bad, man. Killer Coffee isn't going to do any of those things, but it is a really good cup of coffee.
It is a really good cup of coffee.
I actually finished mine. I want another one.
I've still got some more of this unknown brand here.
Unknown brand, you fucking traitor. You traitor.
It's a Macca's coffee, man.
No.
I went and got
Gross.
a bloody McMuffin.
Why would you fucking... Their coffee's so bad. Why would you do that to yourself?
Honestly, I don't know what the, like... Because our Macca, right, so, like...
I swear, they scoop... They go out in the morning and they scoop all the water that's collected in the bottom of their bins, like from rain the night before, and then they just heat that and put it in a fucking cup. With some milk.
I'll tell you what, not only I mean, it's not as good as the Killer Coffee stuff. Like when I make it myself, it's pretty awesome.
Not as good. Right? It's a fucking understatement. Holy shit.
Well, I tell you what, it's not that bad.
No.
It's honestly not that bad. I don't know what's going on, but up here in Mount Isa, they've got like, I don't know, maybe you've seen this in small towns before, but like all of the different like you'll start to see like businesses that are run by like a specific like family, and like maybe they're like a group of like that are out of town, like maybe they come from Brizzy or overseas, whatever.
They just own a bunch of businesses there.
Exactly. So you've got like, if you're in Melbourne, you've got like the Greek fish and chip shop, or you've got the like, the Islamic bloke that runs the kebab joint, right? And then like all his family come in and help out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's one.
Yeah. So like I think. Like the Macca's is almost entirely run by, I think, the Asian community up here in Mount Isa.
That's very similar to here, yeah.
Yeah, there's one lady who comes up to the window. Whenever I'm hungover, I'll like go and like get some food from there, and she'll see me in the window. She's like, "Oh, hello, darling," and I'm like, "Hello, lady. Please, can I have my McMuffin now?" Yeah. Oh, she's like. Every time I come through, she's like, "Oh, it's that guy that looks like Leonardo DiCaprio." I'm like, "You might need glasses, lady." We got to work something out here. But Macca's
at least
aside,
you get that. I get shit like the fucking crazy detective from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh,
Pimento, whatever his fucking name is.
He comes out of walls and he's like, oh god. Let's talk about. Oh my god, I just boofed my desk and my camera was like, so it's gonna look like I had a mini earthquake.
Okay.
But let's talk about your 2-week break and a little bit about tier 3 subs, because I think we've done enough about this Invader V situation.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, tier 3 subs we kind of talked about before, but I guess
they're garbage.
Yeah, that's how I feel. It's a waste of time, especially for us here, because like in the US it's 25, which I guess is not an insignificant amount of money to be subbed to somebody for a month. But here, because of the exchange rate, it's like $40. So it's probably more now because the exchange rate's so bad.
It's massive.
Like, I don't know if there's any there's nothing that I would not subscribe to any streamer that I know for $40+ a month to get one emote.
No, that's the thing, right? Like, here's the thing about Twitch subs. I don't think it's worth for a person in chat to get a tier 3 sub, because the value is just not there. Mm-hmm. Unless you want to flex in some sort of capacity.
Yeah.
Then a tier 3 sub in the base value that it provides is just not worth anything. Now, if as a streamer you then add value to that tier 3 sub, that's a different question, right? If you play fucking, I don't know, custom lobbies with tier 3 subs on a weekend or something like that, put to one side whether you think that that's worth it or whether you think that that's ethically responsible behavior, then yeah, you're adding value to that tier 3 sub.
But a tier 3 sub, pretty much anyone who comes to my chat, as long as they aren't fucking screaming the gamer word.
Yeah, exactly.
While I'm
the gamer word. Yeah. So it's like, but in the base value, a tier 3 sub gets you what? An emote.
An emote, that's it.
Above a tier 2 sub.
I mean, I've seen, because we did kind of cover this before, and I did say like the tier 3 sub, that one streamer, like, gave you a higher chance of playing with that streamer. Now that kind of thing, fair enough, kind of adds some value. But I think
that's outside of what the tier 3 sub gives you just as it is. That's the thing. That's like a streamer adding value to it.
It's nothing. By itself, it's nothing. I feel like it's just fucking nothing. One emote, it's kind of not really like. Why would they open up a bunch of slots at tier 1? Like, I'm glad they did, because that means that I could give more emotes to just anyone who subbed. If
I unlocked another emote bracket the other day.
There should be a way to add, like, I don't know, three emotes or something just for people who follow. Like, here, you just use these. I'd make the Lenny face one. Probably the Lenny face, the fucking Knuckles.
Yep.
I don't know.
Knuckles would be good.
Maybe the Shoey one as well.
Shoey would be good, yeah. No, we hit the I hit the 50 sub bracket the other day. So we got another emote in there. So I reinstated Red Pog.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So now, yeah. But a tier 3 sub at the moment, like the only thing that it provides as a matter of value is it is technically better value when you consider sub points per dollar spent, which realistically only really benefits the streamer in very certain scenarios, which is unlocking emotes, right? The reason why I hit the 50 sub bracket is because this month has been an extraordinarily massive month for me, because I picked up Legends of Runeterra, but on the stream where I hit Diamond, I had 100 people filter in from Luden Kuma's stream, and I hit Diamond on stream, and Tullyban just went crazy gifting subs. He gifted like 25 in chat. He's just like, hey, you get a sub, everyone gets a sub. And that was huge. That was really, really huge. And so that's bumped me up to a higher bracket than I'm usually in, and we managed to hit the 50. So now I've got, I think, like 5 tier 1 emotes or something.
You get 5, yeah. You get 5 total.
Yeah. Which is awesome. It's great. People get more emotes to spam and shit. But other than that, right? Sorry, I should have explained that better. The way that you'll unlock certain emote thresholds, right? As a streamer, for those of you that are viewing, you may not understand this because you just don't care. But you have a certain allocation of slots that you can make emotes with, right? You'll notice that partners have more emotes than affiliates. The reason why is because the amount of slots that you have is directly tied to whether A, you are a partner or an affiliate, and B, how many subscribers you have, yeah, at any one time. The way that subscribers or the way that they calculate that is through subscriber points. You get 1 sub point for every tier 1 sub, 1 or 2 sub points for every tier 2 sub, and 6 for every tier 3 sub, right? And that's where the value comes in, because a tier 3 sub is $25, which is 5 times the price of a regular sub, but you get 6 points. So you get 1 more point on top. Outside of that scenario, though, I don't see a huge amount of value in tier 3 subs. I know certain programs tie face masks to tier 2 subs. Have you ever seen that before?
No.
There's like overlays you can get where a mask will like automatically attach itself and like warp someone's face as a result of going for a tier 2 sub.
Okay.
And, you know, in a chat as big as, say, Criparians, where there's like 10,000 people and you want to make Crip look like a dude with a mustache and a monocle, then shit, you know, maybe that is worth $5 because you get to show that off to fucking 9,999 other people in chat, right? You can farm your lull Ws and your keck Ws and you can be on your way, you know. Maybe that's your $5 worth. But there's nothing, as far as I'm aware, that justifies spending $25 US, usually somewhere in the $40 to $48 bracket for Australians.
Yeah.
Every month, by the way, monthly, for a single emote, which is locked behind the tier 3 bracket. I'm pretty sure for me, it's me being dead. That's what my tier 3 emote is. It used to be a golden version of my Pog emote, but I've since changed it.
See, I don't know what I have there anymore. I don't know what mine is.
Yeah. Oh, isn't yours the one with your weird face? It's like Om Nom
or
something
where
like
I had
that?
I was fucking eating a burger on stream and a big... It's like a big piece of fucking mayonnaise sauce thing just like flopped down onto my beard, and Om captured it. She fucking screenshot it.
Well, there you go. So I think we just needed to carve out a segment to shit on tier 3 subs. To be honest,
Yeah,
I don't think
that's
they
all I
get
wanted.
shit on nearly enough.
That's all I
for how
wanted.
egregious they are. That's all I wanted. I just wanted an excuse to be like, fuck
At
you,
one stage, I
subs.
did have 2 tier 3 subs, and both of them when they did it, I was like, guys, don't
Do not do that.
do that.
No.
There's no like, you sure you get an emote, but you get it for a month. And then you're going to give me another like fucking $40 next month to keep that emote? You shouldn't.
That emote's not worth.
If you really want to throw $40 at me and I can't talk you out of it,
or $40, yeah,
then just do a tier 1 sub, and then gift.
Don't
some
know the
subs.
rest.
Yeah, don't know the rest, or gift some subs to other people. Like I would rather more.
You can
people,
have your message read out on chat with the text to speech bot.
Something. That's just it's too much. Like I don't know, man. Instead of like, there's no fucking way I would tier 3 sub to you, but I'll fucking fling $100 at you for something, you know.
Well, I mean, really early on, you flung $300 at me.
Yeah.
There was that was how
$350, I think.
I think it was $350 in the end.
Yeah, but because PayPal fucking chomped a huge chunk of it, it was like $330 or something. So I had to send a bunch out of my own pocket to cover up like the rest. I think it was like $310, $320.
Honestly, I wouldn't have minded. I ended up contributing like $250, I think, towards the setup.
I think
at the end of the day.
You bought a really nice monitor, the arm though. Like you've got the
bought
proper
a nice
Rode
boom
one.
arm.
I've got a shit $12 one off eBay.
Yeah, my whole kit is like the proper Procaster setup. It's the windsock, the shock mount, and the boom arm.
I think the only way you can go up from what you have now would be something like an SM7B, and then like
the
a cloud lifter
microphone.
or something. Yeah, but you'll like between that and the cloud lifter, you're looking at nearly $1,000 by the time you buy both of them. That's just a
I need
mic
to
and
actually
a boost to like.
Yeah, I think I need to get in on this stand and just bloody like dust it down and oil it up, I think.
Is it going to be creaky?
Yeah, it is a little bit.
This one has springs all through it. Like I think the Rode one doesn't have springs. It's got like those big disc fucking things that like clamps it all together. Yeah, no, this thing every time I move it around, you can hear it like and it comes through it comes through the mic as well. So if I move it around too much on stream, it must be so loud for everyone else. That's why I use the slider here now. I turn the slider all the way down on the mic input, not this mixer,
and then move it,
and turn it back up. Try to be sneaky about it. Yeah, tier 3 subs can go fuck themselves. If you really want to throw that much money at someone, just dono or gift subs to other people.
Yeah, or buy merch. Get something tangible for your money.
Go buy a Viscera mug.
Oh, dude. There's a clip of me where I say it's like when should you sell merch? And I say don't sell merch unless your chat fucking asks for it. You shouldn't set up a merch store unless people ask for it.
Yeah.
That's basically my opinion on it, right? Is when should I start selling merch? When people ask for it.
Did someone ask you?
Well, Hargles keeps asking me as a meme. He's like, haha, I've asked for it. Now you have to make the mug. And I'm like, I just refuse to do it.
What do you mean? You have one? Did you just print off one, or did you like?
It was a gift. Red made it as a gift.
Oh, okay. I thought you actually had one. I was going to buy one just so that I could like mess it up on stream all the time and then record a video of me accidentally dropping it and smashing it.
Oh, no.
Oh, fuck. My Vis mug. Oh, well.
Yeah, no, Red got that made as a gift. So that's a one of. It's a limited edition. But I think to close out, I think you're taking a 2-week break.
Oh no. We don't close out yet.
No, not for a little bit, but I want to talk about you having you're on a break.
Oh yeah. I mean, what do you want to know about it?
Well, what leads you to take a 2-week break, and what do you think is going to happen?
You already know. Do you want me to tell you? I don't mind. I'll fucking tell.
Well, recount it for the people that are on the. Oh, that's why you're taking a 2-week break.
Do you want me to tell you that? Do you want me to talk about that right now? I will. Probably not.
Up to you. I'll leave that in your hands, man. I'm not going to be responsible for.
Oh fuck.
But let's just look. You're taking a 2-week break because personal reasons.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you think? What kind of effect do you think that's going to have on the channel?
I don't know. On my channel, oh, definitely. I mean, that's what I've got in the fucking... That's what I've got in the script here. I usually want to take a week off or something, because I've done it before just because there was other shit going on, and I was like, I'm not going to be able to do, like, I'm not going to have the streams be as good as I would like them. The quality won't be there, so I'm just going to take some time off. Usually what happens is a bunch of subs just go, like they just lapse. Which is fair enough, man, because if I see somebody's not on for, it's usually like a month or two before I catch it. But if I see somebody's just not on, not going to be on for a while, I'll unsub, because, you know, I mean, then there's other guys like Dingo who just didn't go live in fucking months and months, and I just kept my sub up. Same with Hydro.
Yeah.
But yeah, usually I see like a drop in subs, and I don't know whether it's people subbing. I think it's more just like gifted subs running out.
Yeah.
Because I'm not live, those people don't come in and gift subs. Because I have people who every now and then will come in, they'll re-up their sub, and then they'll chuck one or two around, which I'm really grateful for. But if I'm not live, they're obviously not going to do that. They're not going to come to my channel when I'm offline and go, I'm just going to gift some subs to whoever. Like, there's no reason to do that.
Way.
You won't get a reaction out of me. There's no alerts. You know, there's nothing. You're not really getting any value out of doing that, I think. I think I'd still appreciate it, but at the same time, I'd be like, why? Why did you do that?
Yeah.
I'm not even live.
Thank you, but that's still a stupid idea.
Kind of. So yeah, usually what I said here is likely halve. So usually it's about, I'll end up with anywhere from half to 2/3 what I had before I went on break.
Because that's one of the things that I think contributes to stream burnout, is this need to be consistent for very long periods of time.
I didn't burn out. I didn't burn out. I just I knew how shitty I would be to watch. Just how fucking flat I was going to be, and it wasn't because of streaming. It's just because
other stuff.
Yeah. So
yeah,
like the way
it just
work
wasn't going to be
it was just fucking. It's so fucking busy. It's ridiculous. Yeah. And it is just because of COVID, man. It's just.
That's it.
Power network's not handling what's happening at the moment. So that means that my job is very busy, and because of COVID as well, I'm not allowed to have help. They won't send my trainee.
Wow.
So he's been yoinked away a while back, and he's not coming back until this is all over. So I am by myself at work.
Jesus, so you're the opposite of what everyone else has.
Yeah, dude, I'm fucking flat out. I've been doing overtime nearly every fucking day. And it's because it's an hour drive to and from work. Like, by the time I get to work, I'm pretty awake, but by the time I'm leaving, I'm just ruined. And then I have to drive an hour home. I'm like, I don't want to fucking...
Yeah.
I don't want to stream by the time I get home from that.
You need a good podcast to listen to on the way home.
Yeah, listen to my own podcast. Fuck it, may as well lick my own nutsack. Jesus Christ. Imagine listening to your own podcast for entertainment.
Imagine having to listen to it several times over just to edit the damn thing. And
Exactly. By the time I'm finished editing it, I'm like, okay, I'm good now. I've heard all.
That's enough of my voice.
You asked me to go back and do clips, and I haven't been doing that. I've like marked a few where I'm like, yeah, that was good. I'm going to go back and clip that later, and then I just haven't. So I think I'm going to talk to someone that we both know already, give them timestamps and say, here is all.
Oh, okay.
Here is what I want. Here is the timestamp. Here's all the bits and pieces to go around it. Do something. And I'll give money.
Sounds good.
This means that I don't have to.
I think it'd be good. We can get some clips out there, because it's just
there's quite a few, man, that I've just like I want them. I want to make them and have them out there, but actually sitting down and doing it just hasn't fucking happened. The last one I finished editing, I've been trying to figure out how to make the the new artwork that you had commissioned. Trying to make that work in there, and it's like it kind of just looks out of place for some reason.
It's tricky. Yeah. Somebody's got to get in there and make a proper thing up for it. I mean, dude, and a lot of that takes a lot of time. I've spent the past 2 streams animating my own sub alerts. That whole ordeal has probably taken me a good 11, 12 hours. Like just like 11, 12 hours at work, you know? So, and all they are is just like a little shoo shoo bling. I mean, there's a lot of little bits that go into it, obviously, and I know every single thing that happens.
There's actually something else I wanted to bring up too, because we haven't done it for a little while. So,
what is?
We kind of just let Gumtree Garbage die a little bit because I just wasn't finding anything worth looking at.
Is this the revival of Gumtree Garbage?
This is not only the revival of Gumtree Garbage, but the revival of one of the ads that we've already seen.
Skateboard trucks.
Do you remember these?
This is the ones with the missing ball bearings.
Yep. They're still there.
Okay.
They're still there for sale. They're still there waiting at
$10 requested. Oh my God.
So I think I should go buy these.
You want to buy the requested trucks?
Kind of. I kind of want to buy the requested trucks. Missing base rubbers. That means there's no spaces. So they're just like, it doesn't really matter. You can buy like. So I feel like I should go get a set of bearings and a set of spaces and then put these on my old crap skateboard, like my super worn out one that I've had for, I don't know. Fuck, when did I get it? I've had it for 12 years, 12, 13 years. The board's all like splitting and stuff, coming apart just because of how fucking old it is and how much abuse it's copped. But these are perfect for such a piece of shit fucking board. These absolutely
That is amazing. That is amazing.
I don't know.
God damn.
I'll wait for feedback. I'm not going to go buy anything unless anyone wants to see these on a skateboard and actually rolling along.
God damn, dude. That's pretty insane. Good old skateboard trucks
insane that
requested one wheel bearings.
Still for sale though.
What you see is what you get. Good trucks, industrial brand, missing base rubbers, and one wheel bearings, deck screws included, $10.
I'm just going to put the link there so people can see it.
That is amazing.
Please don't harass the guy.
Please don't harass good old Az. But he's look, man, he's been a gummy since 2011. All right, he's just
been around for a while. He knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing. He's selling requested trucks.
No, that's where they are. They're at requested.
Oh, that's right. That's right. They are at requested.
They're industrial brand.
The great skateboard trucks have requested.
Missing base rubbers and one wheel bearing. That's all. Other than that, they're fine.
One wheel bearings.
I mean, they look like they still work. There doesn't look like there's anything wrong with them. Just heavily used.
I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, work is a very strong word, I think, in that scenario.
Look, I'm heavily used, but I still work, okay?
Oh, no.
Give the old used skateboard trucks a chance.
Oh, God. Hashtag Caterino, dude.
Oh,
shit.
Fuck. Jesus Christ.
Oh, man. So let me have a look at last week's YouTube video. See if we can find a cheeky comment. We were talking about this before. We were saying that everybody's shifted from the YouTube vid over to the Spotify, which is great to see. I'm glad that people are enjoying the audio versions.
It's good to see the effort I put into the YouTube side is plummeting. It's becoming worthless slowly.
Harris the Stream Beats has posted in his Discord as a direct download. Ganked that for myself real quick. From IOL, man. Yeah, so clearly, obviously, this is when we were talking about earlier about Stream Beats. We must have talked about it last week as well. Is just insane. It's just such a good resource, and he's monetized it perfectly. He's monetized it in a way that doesn't make him seem like an idiot, and people have the option not to give him money, which is great. He's just relying on people being lazy.
That's how a lot of his stuff is, though. Like,
yeah, if you don't want to give Harris money, you have to actively do something other than the lazy option.
It's more effort to...
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can go out of your way, not give you money, so it kind of like nullifies the complaint, really. In any event, if you guys want to catch more of the podcast, you can check it out at NULLSCORE on YouTube. It's also on all great podcasting audio platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. There's even a website as well where you can watch it with customized little player for that. You can yell at us on Twitter, Twitter/NULLSCORE/Titan5150/me, Viscerous TV. You can yell at both of us on Twitch. Titan's on a bit of a break for a couple of weeks, but I'm still going to be here, and you can yell at me if you want. And there's also the email. You can contact us at NULLSCORE@Outlook if you want to talk about anything not business related. Maybe you own a coffee company and you're looking for somebody to sponsor. So all of these good outlets. Also, I suppose if you guys see a moment that you want to see clipped, turned into something, let us know. Because we can we might have the capacity to do that very soon. Anything else to add, James?
No, not really.
Nope. We're all squared away?
Oh,
all right.
Fuck.
Well, we'll catch...
Never gonna fucking want anything to do with this, man.
We'll have to redouble our efforts.
Oh.
We're gonna have to do 8 examples every ad read.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll catch you guys next week. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Obviously, early days, so all the movement is fantastic. Icon. Yeah, smash that like button.
Oh no.
All right. Roll the outro, Eddie.
Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.
Thanks for watching. See ya. Ah, man. Maybe we should get like an animated Eddie. Like, obviously Eddie is totally real, but maybe we should get like a little cartoon Eddie to roll an outro.
Fuck Eddie. I wonder how many people are gonna pick up that my jokes are both He-Man. Because I'm wearing a fucking He-Man shirt. I suppose audio listeners, which is where most people are going now, won't. They can't fucking see me.
Yep. Because not. Well, I think maybe that's a little bit of bonus content for those of you watching it on YouTube, I guess, and listening to the outro.
Oh,
they got all this way.
Completely forgot to mention earlier. There's something good about the whole OnlyFans thing when you think about it. So, unemployment is like pretty bad at the moment in a lot of places, right?
Unemployment's bad all the time, but it's at a record high. Yeah.
Yep. So all these chicks who are like quitting their jobs to start fucking taking money off horny dudes. Will be leaving open positions for other people.
Right.
So that means there'll be more jobs for all the horny dudes who need money to pay for their OnlyFans subscriptions.
So it's actually just the economy at work. It's just OnlyFans is the stimulus package that we needed. in more than one sense of the word. Oh no. Jesus.